Started from the bottom, now we queer. Now, let's talk about Kris Tyson for a second. Last time I spoke about this fella. Is fella gender neutral? Can I say that? Will YouTube ban me? Who cares? This fella, Kris Tyson, was in a drama/beef with Nick Merckx.
I injected horse piss into my fucking ass, and I swear to God, this is the best ever.
And Sneeko a bit ago.
That's crazy. Is this disrespectful? Would you tolerate this?
Covered that, wasn't really that interesting. Kind of like a room temperature YouTube drama, nothing too special going on there. But I did see this video going around, and I knew I had to react to it because of the substance of the video. Really some damning stuff coming out about Kris Tyson, stuff that I had honestly never seen before. I knew a little bit of it, like honestly just the tip of the iceberg. But what we're gonna get into today is so insane, and I don't even know how to prepare you for what you're gonna witness and what you're going to learn, other than to just, you know, say get ready, fasten your seatbelt, and keep your legs and arms inside the ride at all times, because it's going to be fucking bumpy. The video is titled, "This Video Will Make You Hate Kris Tyson." It's got a very good reception. It's got like 4% dislike ratio, and that honestly might be because Kris Tyson is called she in this video, and some people really don't like that. But if you factor out those people, then it's probably just people who are skeptical of the validity of the information provided in the video. But after you actually witness it, I really think this is like a nuke against Kris Tyson. Let's get into it.
Before starting this video, I want everyone to understand two things. First of all is drawings. Japanese manga that is explicit and involves cartoon characters. It's focused on characters and plots depicting underage girls. Now, I think it's clear enough for anyone to understand what it means if a real person draws or likes drawings.
Now, some people would disagree with this right off the bat. That also might be contributing to the dislike ratio, is that some people don't see, I'm just gonna say Lala to not get demonetized. Some people don't think Lala drawings are inappropriate at all. They make these bizarre mental gymnastic type justifications for why they either draw it or like drawings of it, which I have to say, like, I'm really understanding of people who are interested in things that I'm not interested in, and I never will take a moral stance against you for enjoying something that I personally don't understand the hype around. But at a certain point, you cross a line with your interest where it goes from, hey, I don't really get that and that's fine, to, hey, I don't get that and that's not fine. I don't get why you would be attracted to this or why you would consume this content. I don't think it's an innocent appreciation for art. That brushstroke is really nifty. Oh, I like the way that your wrist flicked to produce such beautiful artwork in front of my eyes. It's very aesthetic. You're just a pedophile. You're just a predator. And by the way, before we get into anything, can we talk about how pedophiles ruined the word predator? I want to be called a predator. That's awesome. I will hunt down my enemies and consume them. I'll ravage them if they talk shit. That's beastie. That's awesome. An apex hunter with positive canthal tilt. Make me a predator.
The second thing is, I will not make up anything or accuse anyone. I will only show some disgusting and unbelievable things. Also,
Asperger's, I don't want to have to text you this, so I'm just going to say, although he does censor a lot of things on this video, I'm going to need you to censor it, like, even more. Like, I'm not fucking around. Like, this is not even a joke.
Things Kris has done, along with proof. But now you're probably thinking, what in the world does Kris have to do with all of this? To say the least, you're wrong and right at the same time. However, there's a very sketchy personality involved in this story, also known as Shadman. Shadman was a normal guy until he decided to attend an art university in Switzerland to pursue his passion for art. However, shortly after, he was expelled when some of his artwork was discovered to be illegal, even considered a danger to society. But something more extreme was about to happen. He launched his own website, and that's when his talented artwork came to light.
So this guy Shadman, in case you don't know, is an infamous internet gooner who not only was just addicted to drawing NSFW cartoons for people to consume on the internet, but he also made these cartoons extra creepy deepy by adding very, we'll call them lalas to them, right? It wasn't just like, oh, this is, you know, a little bit too much for me. I can't see this in public. It's like, no, I can't see this ever because it depicts lalas, and I don't ever want to see that, and I think that's disgusting and likely makes you, at least in my opinion, have 1 foot over the fence of pedophilia. And lalas, in my opinion, are indefensible.
In 2011, he did a very disgusting and unexpected thing. He released art of his own mother.
Yeah, this guy needs to go to jail forever for the rest of his life, and this is just so, like, insane, dude. You know how people say, we have to protect him at all costs when referring to, like, a cute dog they see? Or Keanu Reeves if you're on Reddit? We need to do the exact opposite of this guy at all costs. We have to keep him, like, detained and on the ground, and his hands where we can see them at all costs. There's just nothing okay about this, and there's just no justification that you can make for this. And the thing is, too, like, you know there are people out there that will debate this. How does this affect you personally? I don't understand. If he he's doing it and it's just a drawing and it doesn't hurt anyone, well, what's the problem? At a certain point, you can't argue with these people because they have their heels so dug into the fact that they're justifying this likely because it gets them off, that you just need to you have to either not engage with them or have the mental fortitude to literally deal with people who have spent years mentally justifying things. Like, you're gonna have to be a strong person to endure the debates with these people, just so you know.
As expected, he didn't stop there. Someone will tweet on November 8th, 2016, asking Shadman to draw Keemstar's daughter, who was 7 years old at the time, doing inappropriate things with Donald Trump. Shadman will respond by saying that if Trump wins the election, he will deliver it. And as we know, Trump wins, and as promised, Shadman will post drawings of her in an unusual manner. As if this wasn't enough, he'll later release a drawing of her giving head to Donald Trump. However, Shadman's vision...
Like censor all that. Who thinks of this stuff? Like, I can't even imagine. There has to be everything wrong with your life to end up that way. Do you have a job? Like, where are you when you tweet that? Are you, like, on your way to work? Are you, like, what are you doing? Where are you? Do you tweet, hey, you should draw Keemstar's daughter? It's just like, where are you in society or in the world that this would be something that crosses your mind? I just don't get it. And I know that I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to be in the mind of these people because I'm not like them. But Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, this guy must have been invited to, like, every single Diddy party on planet Earth. Ain't no party like a Diddy party, uttered Shadman before drawing Keemstar's daughter.
However, Shadman's vision was much worse than imagined. On January 24th, 2017, he posted a picture of Daphne Keene, referring to her as a real-life life. He began posting drawings depicting her being severely molested. What makes this even more disturbing is that she was only 12 years old at the time.
I gotta be honest, some of this editing really takes the seriousness away from the topic. Like, we have a photoshopped emoji with the facepalm. SMH.
Yet, this wasn't the first time Shadman has done something like this. Lieutenant Corbis is also one of them. But aside from all that, a new question arises. How are Ava and Shadman linked?
So that's something that if you got into this far into the video, you might be asking. That's $1 million question. What does Kris Tyson have to do with any of this? A lot, and it gets bad.
Well, the answer to this is another drawing by Shadman. It depicts a young girl wearing a "Please be patient, I have autism" cap, pointing a gun at her mouth. She has a fidget spinner as an earring and a spade tattoo on her thigh that says BBC, which we all know what it means. On November 18th, 2017, Ava responded to a tweet from Grande and Mr. Beast stating, "This is coming from a guy who owns a Shad-based drawing and has it as a centerpiece in his living room."
So this guy, Kris Tyson, goes on Twitter and admits to have purchased this pedophile's artwork. This is insane. The fact that he doesn't see anything wrong with it too is almost in a lot of ways more frightening, because it's one thing to know that it's wrong and then to still do it, because at least that you have like a moral, you know, something, a little voice telling you, hey, don't do it, don't do it. This guy's just like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, I own artwork of this guy in my living room, artwork that he's produced of a little child who's also literally fetishized 7-year-olds. It's disgusting. Like, this person needs to be investigated. I genuinely think Kris Tyson, this is incredibly damning, like, to be in any way tied with this person.
Just some time later, they also posted the exact same drawing laid on the floor with the caption, "Bonus fidget spinners to throw some extra autism." Initially, it seems Kris was being sarcastic because this tweet came after Shadman had drawn all those disgusting images. However, something messy was going on behind the scenes. In this Mr. Beast video, you'll notice a very familiar thing at the 9 minutes and 30-second timestamp. From what I believe, keeping illegal art in the bedroom isn't normal at all. The shocking thing is that Mr. Beast and Kris were roommates during that time. Yet this is nothing in comparison to the next incidents. On April 16th, 2018, Ava replied under a deleted Shadman post saying, "No Beast Boy trap, Shad? You've changed." Basically, Ava was asking Shadman to draw art of Beast Boy, as Beast Boy was shown at different ages in the show. We can't say anything for certain, but that doesn't mean the tweet wasn't strange.
Well, I mean, the show is called Teen Titans, right? So you're asking for 18 plus on someone who's under 18, likely. Not that this is the worst thing. I think owning that previous piece of artwork is disgusting, but also asking for more is even more disgusting. And you might be wondering, well, does Kris Tyson know about this stuff? How else would he know who he is, if not for his prior works?
Though we definitely can't say the same about the next tweet. On January 17th, 2018, a person tweeted saying, "Remember this growing up? Me too. Check it out at Shadbase," featuring a photo of the 4-year-old cartoon character Caillou with his mother. Obviously, we know Shadbase is a website with very disgusting content involving children and comic book characters, and the tweet clearly referenced that. But instead of opposing it, Kris joined in and replied, "Help, I need an adult." I don't think there's any need to explain how crazy this stuff is. But what's even crazier is Ava's next tweet.
No, this is
Maybell and
disgusting.
Dipper.
And there's really at no point can you pin this on transphobia or bigotry against Kris Tyson or some sort of prejudice on their identity that is an excuse for this, or that you can invalidate criticism like this because of who they are, criticism they've received online for how they present or the pronouns or the new name or whatever, the transitioning. You can't use any of that. Don't invoke that in the situation. A, it makes you look stupid, and B, it makes you look really bad. There's plenty of valid concern to be had based on this situation. This video is going viral right now for the one reason being that this needs to be brought up. You know, I really would like to see what Kris Tyson has to say about this, or what Mr. Beast has to say about this. This is insane.
Are 12-year-old siblings from a show called Gravity Falls. On July 14th, 2017, a user tweeted comics of these characters kissing. Ava replied, "They're twins, so at this point, it's just right?"
What the fuck is wrong with this person? Well, this was 2017 and 2018, right? This was like when Endgame was coming out, or Infinity War, or one of the two. Why were you not having fun at the movies? Why were you not engaging in society in a healthy way? Why were you on Twitter at 7:32 p.m. on July 14th, 2017, which is literally, we're approaching like the 7-year anniversary of this tweet. I probably shouldn't say the age 7 out loud too loudly around you, because considering all this sus shit, but my point still stands is like, I don't understand, like, maybe this is just a more anti-gooning argument overall, but like the fact that you're replying to this shit is just insane. Keep in mind, he's in Mr. Beast videos at this point too. Obviously this is like before Mr. Beast cleaned up his image and stuff like that, but oh my god. You have to imagine Mr. Beast is in the room over like, I wonder how I can tip this pizza guy $10,000 and be a really nice person. But he hears something, a disruptive sound. He takes off one ear cup just to hear Kris Tyson in the other room because of a Shadman drawing that he liked so much that he paid for it to be hung up in his fucking room.
I mean, it's almost unbelievable that Ava Kris Tyson was tweeting this. This just reflects their personality and feelings. The strange part is that they delete most of their tweets later on.
Really?
Anyway,
that's
Tyson's
shocking.
tweets will only become more shocking and unusual from now on. On June 21st, 2018, a user posted some scenes of a 14-year-old character named Violet from the movie Incredibles. Ava replied saying, "Low-key, she's cute." The fact that Violet was 14 and Ava was a grown adult makes this even worse. The surprising part is that Ava wasn't just reacting to Shadman's work. They were friends or knew each other, to say the least. On April 16th, 2019, Ava will post a clip from their livestream where they accidentally visited Shadman's website. What's even weirder is that they gave him a shout out stating,
"Oh my
shout out
god,
to Shadbase for having safe for work drawings today." I accidentally put up his website on stream.
Oh my god.
However, if you still think this is a coincidence,
that's insane.
the next incident will definitely change your mind. On January 25th, 2019, Shadman posted a picture of a character called Raftalia from The Rising of the Shield Hero. There are two versions of her in the show. In one, she is 17, and in the other, she's 10. Shadman posted a 10-year-old version stating, "What is this, and why do people keep sending me this?" Ava replied underneath saying, "Please Shad, please."
Insinuating that he wants this one to be drawn sexually.
On January 24th, 2020, a user named Ather replied to Ava with a photo of a The story behind this image is that there are
What is up with these people? I don't understand the overlap between what you enjoy or like what you get off to and then like what you enjoy as just a general hobby to pursue in life. There shouldn't be that much overlap. Like I like playing video games. I like playing with the Xbox, right? The Xbox controller doesn't arouse me. And if I watch like anime or if I watch a show, the anime is not like arousing me. I'm not like sexually attracted to the screen while it's on there. Meanwhile, it's like these people, it's like their hobby. What they enjoy to do is like watch anime and draw anime or draw anime drawings, but it's also like, you know, get off to is the same exact thing. So it's like the hobby that they enjoy to do non-sexually is the same thing they like to do sexually. So it's just like a never-ending loop of depravity, and I can't help but highlight that.
Two versions of the image, one with the girl clothed and the other without, and the post was liked by Ava. These were just the incidents that had proofs or were recorded before they deleted everything. One of the tweets, which wasn't clear or was out of context, said, "Nothing gets my knob cranking like some." As we know, the meaning is inappropriate, but let's just let it go. Now, some people may argue that these tweets are years old. I want to clarify again that I am not hating or accusing anyone. This is purely for educational purposes. It's important to understand that Ava was invited to the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, and everyone should be aware of this. The fact that Shadman wasn't just an artist but drew literal kids is even worse. He was basically a predator. This situation has led to me thinking about one thing. What might have happened between Kris and Katie, as most of these tweets are from that period. We can't make assumptions, but who knows, this might be the reason. But yeah, we can only hope for the best and improvement. One important takeaway from this is to stay away on the internet too. It's not as safe as it looks.
There you go. Well, I'm personally in shock, and I would say this video uncovers a lot of disgusting things that I was unaware about, and I would say that I would expect the response from Kris Tyson. I just don't think there's any excuses for that, and I honestly don't think there's any excuses for Kris Tyson liking this stuff either. So yeah, tell me what you guys think about this in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time.